further and says that Flacco is actually luring defenses to sleep. And John Harbaugh has said maybe they are going to throw it out to Flacco one of these days on an unsuspecting defender. Okay, but you got to keep the wife happy there. I mean, you can't just go through the motions. You can't mail it in, you know? Sell it a little bit, you know?
Yeah. You got to switch it up a little bit, shake it up, see what you're saying, Will Selva. And we're digging that beard here collectively at the table that Joe Flacco's got going on as well. Will, we appreciate you, and we'll speak to you very shortly. But it is time for a Lookin' from London, presented by On Location Experiences, not in London, but in Watford right now at the Seahawks training facility is where we find our guy, James Palmer. And listen, I'm trying to get my slang down as we're going to London next week, and a knees up is slang term for like a dance party. Okay. Like I went to a wild knees up this weekend and had a great time, really got it in and had a good time. So knees, clearly a theme of this weekend with one of the best wide receivers that will be on the field over there at Wembley, and that's Doug Baldwin. How concerned should fans be?
You know, his health has been a topic of conversation for over a week. Hey, now remember, the flight wasn't an issue for him. Doug Baldwin's a veteran. He got one of those spots where, you know, it lays out almost like a bed for the flight over here. So he was good to go in that instance. But remember, he missed the entire preseason with soreness in his left knee. Now, his right knee, he sprains that MCL in the opener against Denver, misses a couple of games. Now, he has just 6 catches on 9 targets for 42 yards this season. Well, I talked to him after practice yesterday. Him and Carroll have been saying all week that he is healthy, but I spoke with him and he told me this knee thing is a work in progress. It's something that is coming along in his mind, but it is very much not 100%. He said he's right now about 80%, but he feels like him at 80% is better than a lot of receivers in this league at 100%. But again, he's not 100% healthy. He's trying to play through this and get it healthy as he goes. And in our conversation, he also talked about he's looking forward to Sunday against the Raiders and getting more targets and contributing to this offense. He brought that up, guys, because he had 1 target for 1 yard and 1 catch in that game against the Rams. After the game, he was very open about how upset he was about his lack of attention. And Nate knows every receiver wants the football as much as possible, but they're running the ball so well, it's really not getting thrown around all that much. Only the Bills throw the football fewer times over the last 3 games than the Seahawks. But Baldwin wants to contribute more. But again, the whole point of this is he is not 100% healthy, and this is a constant work in progress, Kay, to get him there throughout this season.
Good thing they have Davis and they have Carson taking the pressure off of him a little bit. Just 6 receptions for Doug Baldwin this season. We appreciate you, James Palmer. We'll talk to you throughout the day. You are in Watford getting set for that Seahawks-Raiders showdown across the pond at Wembley. Back here in New York City, Nate. Doug Baldwin, always sort of underlooked throughout his career. It's sort of who he is, right? But such a huge impact on the field when healthy. What will he add, maybe even at 90%?
He'll add a sense of stability to this offense. That's one thing he always brings, is that foundation that Russell Wilson is always looking for.
Early on in his career, there was this young undrafted wide receiver who Marshawn walked past him in the locker room, and the receiver said, "Marshawn, I love that backpack. That's an incredible backpack." And Marshawn took it off, emptied out everything, and said, "Here, have it. It's yours." And then the reporter was like, "Who was the wideout?" He's like, "It was me." So they love the guy, and all these stories are coming out all week. It's the first time we've really seen this, the Seahawks Marshawn thing, so it's going to be fantastic.
It's good. You know, you're talking about Baldwin. Really like what I saw from David Moore. I really like what I saw from Tyler Lockett.
He's really stepping up.
I really like what I see from Mike Davis and Chris Carson. It's funny how these classes graduate for Pete Carroll, whether it be the Legion of Boom or some of these offensive players. Doug Baldwin is that last piece to that Seahawks offense. The Jermaine Kearse, the Marshawn Lynch, all those offensive linemen. It's he and Russell Wilson. They're the last ones remaining. And I don't think this season's going to go 4-12, 2-14. I think the Seahawks still have a fighting chance here. They gave the Rams everything they could handle.
Did, man.
And the Rams are a really good team.
I love that you mentioned Tyler Lockett. He has 4 touchdowns this season going into week 6. And I love the fact that Bobby Wagner being vocal about how he cannot wait to tackle Marshawn Lynch and how that will look.
Careful what you ask for.
The field. I mean, if you're Marshawn and you're in London right now, or you're getting to London and you're watching this and you see, oh, they're running the ball so well, so they don't even need Doug Baldwin. Like, you're going to try to have a great
First time facing him.
for the Oakland Raiders. All right, the Patriots hosting the